today's book is absolutely hilarious. I was listening to the audiobook version last night and laughing while I did the dishes, and so I knew it was time to share it with all of you. So if you like James Joyce and that stream of consciousness kind of humor, and you're also a big fan of Don Quixote, this book sits right in the middle between them. It is Laurence Sterne's The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman. And it came out in the 1760s. It was 9 volumes long, and so it was a great inspiration to Joyce, who came much later, but it was a great tribute to Don Quixote and that form of humor. And basically, it was this meta-level novel where you could picture, what I picture is kind of like the Trigram Khan kind of guy, a big-bellied, kind of big-eyed, funny guy who goes on digressions as he tries to tell the story. Tristram Shandy is trying to tell the story of his life, and he goes on so many roundabouts and digressions as you talk to him that you don't get to hear about his birth until volume 3 of the 9. That's the kind of book it is. It's like you are hitchhiking with an old boy who just likes to talk, and you sit there for hours as he meanders on about his life. But it is fascinating, and he has all of these weird pockets of knowledge like siege warfare that keep coming into it, and it's beautiful portraits of these people in his life and also what matters about sex and how we talk to each other and the slipperiness of language. And it really, he tries to dive deep. He was trying to be a philosopher, I think, in novel form. And one of the things that is funny for us Hermeticists is the name of the character was supposed to be Trismegistus, as in Hermes Trismegistus, the great Egyptian thinker. But it got mangled being told to the midwife, and so his name became Tristram. And I think it hints at what the book is trying to get to. Something else he did that was interesting, he took whole passages from Burton's Anatomy of Melancholy, which I'm a big fan of, though apparently he was trying to make fun of Burton with this kind of long, ponderous sentences and quotes and trying to make it be a serious book. I love Burton, but he was mocking him. But he also adored Rabelais more than anyone else, and I do think Rabelais is one of the funniest writers and bravest writers who ever existed. And so he took whole passages from those books and put them in his book, and people didn't notice until after he was dead. But it speaks to how powerful it was what he was doing. And so a lot of the humor comes from Alexander Pope and Jonathan Swift, but it really is a piece unto itself like I've never seen. And all I can say is it is free on Librivox to download it, and you can simply let these 9 volumes roll over you. You know, it's a big fat book. It can be a bit difficult to get through, I'm sure, but when you have these voice actors just playing it out, it is a lovely way to just hear this old boy digress and say funny things and interesting things and play with what truth is in the form of a novel. And I want to say thank you to my father who first introduced me to this book 20 years ago. And I want to tell all of you, if you want to have a rollicking good time, listen to the Librivox of Sterne's The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman.